Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to cut right through all the noise and give you a practical, step-by-step blueprint for landing a job in the seriously lucrative world of cloud engineering. So, you've seen the six-figure salaries, right? The demand is just crazy. The buzz about the cloud is everywhere. But when you actually look at the mountain of technologies out there, the path forward can feel, well, impossible. Like, where do you even begin? And that's exactly why we're here today. This isn't about giving you some random checklist of skills to memorize. Nope. We are handing you a structured blueprint so you can build your expertise logically, from the ground up, one powerful layer at a time. Okay, let's dive right into this blueprint. We're going to start with the absolute non-negotiable foundation. Build up with some core modern tools, then apply all that inside the cloud, and finally bring it all home with the automation that really separates the pros. Every good house needs a solid foundation, right? You can't build a skyscraper on sand, and you definitely can't build a cloud career without mastering two absolutely fundamental areas first. So first up, you have to understand the why, how the internet actually works. We're talking IT fundamentals like DNS, which is basically the internet's phone book, HTTP, the language of the web, and the basic models for how computers talk to each other. Then you got to master the where everything actually runs. And that's Linux. I mean, it is non-negotiable, because guess what? The cloud runs on Linux. Okay, so our foundation is poured and solid. Now it's time to start building up the walls. We're going to add the core tools that really define how modern software gets developed and deployed today. Listen up, because this is huge. You absolutely must learn Docker. It's the tool that lets you create and manage these things called containers. And the real magic here is that they've created this whole new world where applications aren't precious things we take care of for years. No, they're built to be created, scaled up, and just destroyed in an instant. It's a total game changer. And this quote just nails why you need a scripting language. Python is the glue. It's what lets you stick everything together, automate all those repetitive tasks, and talk directly to the cloud provider's own toolkits. It's how you start telling the cloud what to do with code. So, we've got our foundation, we've got our core tools. Now it's finally time to step inside our real cloud environment and put all these concepts to work where it really counts. Look, you need to pick one major cloud provider, let's say AWS, for example, and just focus. I'm not talking about learning every single one of their 200-plus services, no way. It's about getting a really deep understanding of the fundamental building blocks like identity, virtual servers, networking, and databases, and how they all fit together. And here's the most crucial point. Reading about this stuff isn't enough. You have to get your hands dirty. The industry has moved way past the point where a certification was your golden ticket. Building real projects, getting that practical, hands-on experience, that's what's going to get you the job. All right, let's head to the peak of our blueprint. This is the capstone. This is where all those foundational skills we've been talking about finally come together to create these incredibly powerful automated systems. This is the real heart of modern cloud engineering. This quote right here perfectly captures the mindset. We no longer carefully name our servers and nurse them like precious pets. Instead, we think of them like cattle. They're disposable, they're reproducible through code. If one fails, you don't fix it. You just replace it automatically. So how do we get to that cattle, not pets world? With this DevOps toolchain. You use Terraform to define your infrastructure as code. You use Ansible to handle configuration. You use Git for version control, which is absolutely essential. And then you use a CI/CD tool like GitLab CI to automate the entire pipeline. That whole process, from code to deployment, that's the engine. So the ultimate goal, your final exam if you will, is to build a capstone project that proves you can do this stuff. It should bring all these tools together into one single automated workflow. You'll use Terraform to build a server, Ansible to configure it, and a pipeline to deploy your containerized app, all without having to click a single button manually. Look, the source material is incredibly direct on this, and it's so important it's worth repeating. The cloud world is just too complex now. People think a couple of certs are going to be enough to land them a job. Let me be really clear, they are not.
And that brings us to the final and most important takeaway of all. Focus your energy on building a portfolio. Create hands-on, automated projects that prove you understand this blueprint. Because yeah, a certification on your resume might help you get the interview, but it's the projects you can actually show and explain that are going to get you the job. The real question is, what are you going to build first?